Record. There it is. It's recording.
So I did want to check something. When I set up my Calendly, I don't know how to use it. So I did it, and then it's showing that I don't have any of these other days available, even though I do.
Okay,
And
see where, yeah, you see where it says that little settings icon? There, let me,
do you want me to stop sharing so you can share?
no, that's okay. Let me see. I request the control.
Yeah, go for
Okay. Wait. So there should be, do I need to, you're on a Mac, huh?
it. Yes.
It says I'm controlling it by, I'm clicking stuff and nothing's happening.
Oh, I put yes. Do you want to try maybe requesting it again?
Yeah, go ahead.
I didn't get anything.
All right, there, I requested it again. Click
Approve my
to
settings.
start. Okay, there it is. Okay, so, no, it's not working. Hit the back button, the where it says event type summary. Yeah, okay, so I think it's on here. Those settings. Hit the little cog. Edit. No, not that one. Or yeah, go back to or the scheduling settings.
Here, let me see.
It's saying something about Wednesdays and Thursdays. Maybe go back or scroll down.
I'm trying to give you access. Oh, snap, what happened?
Scroll down. I mean on the yeah, there you go. So hit that where it says yeah. Click the little where it says Monday, Tuesday. Yeah, click that.
Well, I have it from 8 to 8:30, but it still says that I'm like not available. And then it just
Is it?
shows,
Oh, is there something on your calendar on those days already?
I think so, but is there a way to override that?
Take it
Because
off
I
your calendar
really,
because
that's it.
yeah, it's syncing your calendar. That's why. So if it's already something there, then it's not going to allow you to.
Ah,
What is it?
because because I keep this here to like have it, but it's something that I can, um, like if I'm at work and I want to do an appointment, I can do an appointment.
Oh,
Um, but dang, that sucks because like I think it shows here too on Saturday. So like, let's see here. Let me double check. Oh let's see. So it's yeah, so it's shows that I'm available from 8, and then I have like this is the 25th, and it shows that I'm available, but 9 to 1 p.m. I have something on here. But on Calendly it shows that I'm still available.
oh, that's weird.
So
On
I
that
don't
day,
know.
yeah.
Yeah, for
But what
Saturday.
if you take that out and then refresh your screen, see if it's still there? The 29th and 30th.
So like the example is like right here. It shows that I'm working from 9 to 1 on
Uh-huh.
Saturday.
Uh-huh.
Like if I look here, it shows I'm available for that Saturday, even though it's there,
Oh,
which
that's
is
weird.
fine. That's fine. I don't care.
Yeah.
But for the other days, it doesn't show that I'm available. So I don't know. Maybe if I just delete my account and just start a new one.
Good. Yeah, because maybe that. Yeah, because this is your Tatiana Gmail or WFG Gmail, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, maybe keep that stuff that's off. That's not WFG related off that calendar,
Okay.
and then put the yeah other stuff on the other one. So
That's the first thing I wanted to cover. Then there's um I want to Okay, referrals. So I'm thinking about reaching out to my aunt Stephanie for referrals, but I right now she doesn't want to join the company. So how would that we go about that?
So the
Becoming
people who just want to be referral. So here, that's a tough one because I just had to talk about with that with Nathan too, because we're like, are there any really like real referral agents that end up working out? And it's really not that because like the one they have to get licensed, and that's one of the things they don't want to do. They just want to sell, um, refer people, but they don't want to do the work to get paid on it. Like they like the idea of getting paid, but the fact that they have to get licensed and all that stuff, they don't like it,
yeah.
right? So that's why, like, in our follow up interview, now we kind of shifted the conversation to be like, we're not doing this on referral basis. We just talk about, we always say like, we just started part time. We changed referral to part time, and then you could say full time, part time, full time, and then agency, like running your own agency, like agency income and stuff like that. So basically, anybody who is thinking about doing this as a referral, just say, yeah, we do this part time. You just have to get your license. We'll show you. We'll give you some information on how to train and how to talk to people. But like, again,
So
if people don't want to do that, because that's the thing. It's like the big thing is like you want them to get licensed, right? But if they're not going to get licensed and they strictly just say, I want to refer you, then I mean, what we typically always say is like, hey, look, okay, I get it. Like, thank you for thinking of me when you want to send me a referral. But if this is not too much to ask, before you send someone my way, can I at least kind of coach you through on how to send that referral to me? So you give them like a script, you know what I mean? Like a three-way text type of script and stuff like that. So, and then and the idea being is like once you get connected with that person and you help them close an application or you put a policy in place for them, and then you can still talk to them about recruiting them on the back end. And like, let's say they're interested in coming on board, then you go back to your ad and like, hey, you remember how we talked about there's a business opportunity here? Like this, your friend that you referred to me is actually interested in doing the business. Let's make it easy on you so you can get paid on this and start actually building a business. Let's bring you on board. We'll put her under you, and then we can help you. You just got to get your license. You know what I mean? That's kind of how we've been able to kind of do in the past where we shifted. So we leverage we tap reverse tap rooting. That's what they call it. Like you
I'm
build
trying
a
to see if
huh?
I'm gonna see if I can find it on the PowerPoint um from last time for the script. The next thing is we can do this last, but I want to calculate my goals and how I can achieve them. Um, we'll do that last though. The next thing, Marie told me to ask you about a bubble chart or OG chart. You
Org
said,
chart. Yeah, org chart. So that basically is like your organ. So here, I'll show this to you too. Uh, like I was saying, let me get back here.
oh, it's, okay. Is it this one? Let me share my screen real quick
Oh, you want to share? Okay, I'll stop
for
sharing.
the referral. Is it this one here, the three-way text?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I
Well, this is like if someone just got started, but if someone doesn't want to, remember that person's not interested in the business, but they want to refer someone to you, it's similar. It's just going to be like, it's going to be like, hey, um, it's going to be like more like, hey, Tatiana, I know last time we were speaking about you were looking into, putting a financial plan in place for yourself for retirement. Just wanted to introduce you to Dennis. He's actually someone I trust, helped me a lot. So it's very similar. It's kind of a cousin of this text.
do
And
we
then,
have a template for it?
yeah, I'll send it to you.
Okay.
So that way we can look at that. And then let me share my screen real quick. And then as far as like a bubble chart, you can actually see this on my WFG.
I looked at what's it called? Uh the flip chart thing for the month. And I
Yeah,
was like, dang, I only have one flip chart for the whole month.
it
I don't
doesn't
think that's true.
it doesn't feel right, right? So,
Yeah.
hang on a
Because I
second.
think Nathan
So,
only had like one too.
okay, so you go here under menu,
Hmm.
and you go recruiting and selling. I think it's this one. No. Here it is. So under team tools, so yours says hierarchy visualization chart.
Hmm.
You click on here. Um, there you go. So it tells you these are your direct legs, right? And then with you, I can expand on you, and you can see how it says Osama, Andrea, Luigi.
Is there a chart where like I think she mentioned something about like not what was it? Of like people who you have yet to put on your team to kind of like future oriented.
Yeah, that's the 100 boxes where you
Oh,
just
it's
put
just
your
that.
names on.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. So that's that, or the memory jogger. So if you look at the BFS, it's in there, right? The
Okay.
memory jogger. So it tells you like all the different types of people you're thinking about and stuff. So, but yeah, this is the org chart though, which is the bubble chart.
Okay.
So it's in my WFG. You should have access to this. So you'll see yourself here, obviously in the middle, and then it'll just have these three. So when you taproot them, they'll have their own branches out and stuff like that.
Okay. So what's the purpose of the of this? Just a visual?
Yeah, because you know how like when Mark does that stuff, he's like, "This is I recruited Walling, and Walling recruited this." So it tells you like when you the Jamie Villalobos, I remember she said this before, like you really like you'll build yourself like if you can go four wide, four deep, that's where you build your freedom right there. 4x4. They call it 4x4. So you get four direct legs that all have four legs deep under them.
Am I the only one that has recruits?
Yeah. Well, these ones. Oh, Brandon has a couple. There's so he has a couple. Stephanie had some, but they dropped off, and she's not really active. Richard, he's kind of you know doing his own thing. Alejandra, she quit already, so but she's still in the system. Natalie, she was in the business. She had a team, and then she kind of dropped off and stuff. And I don't know if she's um getting active. I'm trying to bring her upline back. This guy's name is Mike Williams. Um, Marie's talking.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a point here when I had like more, it was cool because you'll see that like your business will kind of ebb and flow. People will come on board, some drop off, but you just got to keep going.
Okay.
So
Okay.
yeah, so that's what you want to do to get your org chart together. You can physically draw this out too, and then
Mhm.
and then what you could do too is when you do this, you can start drawing names for them, your teammates. Like who are the people that you're thinking, right?
Mhm.
Who's for Osama, same thing with Luigi or whoever you want to get direct to again.
Mhm.
So
Okay.
okay.
Okay. Um, so the next thing that I wanted to cover is um so basically my goals. I want to put a kind of like a game plan to it. So one of the things I was thinking for, I need to look more into it and like detail, like, okay, how much does an espresso machine cost? How much do we have to invest for equipment, um, and different things like that. So maybe like 5K for the coffee shop to save on my end. Um, So that's one goal is to save 5K for the coffee shop. And then another thing, and this is what I want to accomplish. So I want to get to, I brought it down from 250K this year as an annual income. If I reach that, that'd be amazing. But I'm also trying to be more reasonable. So I dropped it to 100K. Um, so that's another goal. But the smaller goals, so like 5K for the coffee shop, and then I want to become debt free, which is or at least halfway debt free for like not including my student loans. It's like 24K. So halfway would be about like 12,
You
12K.
remember we did the little bit of this before when we talked about how to pay off your debt when we
Yeah.
had like all the credit cards, the interest rate, like the monthly payments you're paying and stuff like that. So that should, assuming you're not accumulating more debt, that's
Yeah.
the strategy you want to deploy, right? So if
Yeah.
you're paying $500 a month towards paying down your debt, apply another, $100 to that, but then
Mhm,
attack the highest interest rate one first, pay the
mhm.
minimums on the rest until the highest interest rate one is paid off. And
So
then you,
I have that. I have the chart and I'm going through that, but I want to do it where how many apps do I need to get to reach that?
okay. So let's look at the math here, right? So let's just say, for example, here, I'll pull my calculator. So if you're a training associate contract, right? So that's 35%. Oh my God, this is horrible. But anyways, I'll just use the calculator. It's easier. It's a touch screen, but it's ugly. I don't know what it is. But anyway, so let's just say the average, let's say on target premium, call it $250 a month, right?
Mhm,
Actually, no, for someone your age group, it's more like $150 a month.
mhm,
Okay. So you times that by 12, and if it's a Transamerica app, you multiply it by 25%. So that's how many points that would be worth, right?
I'm
If you're
seeing
getting
just your drawing. I'm not seeing the calculator.
let me stop presenting this and I'll just share my screen. Okay. Back. Okay, so let me go back here. So all right, so let's just say $150 is your target premium, right?
Mhm,
Times that by 12, all right? And then if it's Transamerica policy, it's a 25% kicker bonus. So that's how many points that is, right? At 35%, you'll get paid about $787. Okay.
mhm.
Now, how much do you need, right? To effectively, how many apps? So let's say you want to do four apps a month. Let's say 4 apps a month. If you're doing these solo, that's 3 grand a month for you,
Mhm.
right? You annualize that for 12 months. That's your personal pen. You would be making about $38,000. That's assuming you're not getting promoted and you're doing all this by yourself, right? The idea is you want to do, remember how we were talking about, like, I want to get 30, 10 directs by myself. I'm like, look, it's cool, it's ambitious, but then you'll be very lonely too, because it's that you and your team to be participating in it too. So if you're doing this in conjunction with you building a team and presumably they're closing their own apps as well, you're going to get overrides off of that, right? So, but again, personal, like Mark said this, Devin said this, and this is what they, like if we can get to the point here where your personal pen is paying your monthly expenses, right?
Mhm.
So if you're doing this part time, what if we can get to the point where your personal apps and stuff like that are going to be paying for your monthly expenses? So all your income you're generating from your full-time job is essentially savings, or you can reverse it, right? Whatever you want to do. So if you wanted to have a strategy where you want to save 100,000, in the bank or savings, then you just say like, okay, everything I earn in WFG is straight up savings or going
Mhm.
towards or being reinvested in the business. You need to know that. So what was your number? 150,000?
It was 100.
100,000? Okay.
Mhm.
So again, so let's just say, and then, so this is your personal pen, right? Like if you're at a 35% contract. So if we, divide that by 12. So let's just say you get paid to like an MD contract, right? Meaning that you can actually get that really if you get enough apps, even without recruiting, you can get to an MD contract by the amount of apps you sign, right? So let me see, divided by, okay, what did I say? 150. And again, this is a target premium of 150. These are pretty small apps, right? So if you're getting into a better market, let's say a $250 app times 12 times 1.25, right? 3750. And then let's say we get you up to a MD contract. That's 1875 per app at an MD contract, right? If you do that, 3 times a month, that's 5,000 a month. Do that for the year, that's $67,000. Personal pen, right? It's not including your team overrides. Because if you're an MD, you're assuming you have a team, they're probably your goal is obviously remember CFT. That's why we want to certified field train you and you certified field train others,
Mhm.
right? So, if you're running that type of base shop where that's your personal pen and maybe your team is doing, let's say, 15,000 points a month, right? That's Yeah, if you're doing like 15,000 points a month on like all Transamerica, that's $12,000 of premium. Yeah, it's like $1,000 a month of premium. So it's like call it like three apps of 300 bucks, 330 a month,
Mhm.
right? And if they're running like a 15,000 point base shop, you're probably going to override that about maybe 15% or even 25%. But let's say 15% low end. That means your guys are getting promoted. Then you're going to override like $2,000 a month. That's another 27,000, right? So you add that to your 67.5. There you go.
Okay. I'd say, um, what would the calculation be if I was a senior associate? Um,
Yeah, same thing. So let's say 250 $250 a month app times 12 times 1.25. That's your points times by 45%. There's 1687. Let's do three of those a month. It's $5,000 a month times 12 to 60,000. So it's really a difference of $7,000 a month, or I'm sorry, a year, give or take, right? Of that 5%. And if you're overriding your guys, let's say call it 10%. Um, so that's $18,000 override plus 60. So you're gonna override a little bit less, but it's not quite there, but it's much better than it's more than what you're making full time, right?
for sure. Yeah.
So that's kind of we got to get like locked in on this, right? So, but I think the key is it does it that's why we always say like you can there's plenty of ways to skin the cat here, right? Like you can come here and not want to recruit, just be a personal producer. There's a lot of people who do that, but for us, it's like the way like Mark thinks and the way our hierarchy thinks is we want to build you an agency, right? So yeah, you can produce, be a good producer. There's nothing every builder is a good producer, right? It's like if you're already good at closing apps, why don't you just teach others to do the same thing and you just get paid more,
Mhm.
right? So it all should start your foundational focus should be recruiting. Like I think Mark was talking about the other day, right? Like it's not quantity. It's not quality people. You get quantity, you'll find quality through the quantity, right? So just go mad crazy, on recruiting, prospecting. Like I think what Jay mentioned on that text that or that message he was messaging you, that was pretty cool. Because he messaged me too. Remember when he gave me that training for social media and stuff? And he was telling me like, yeah, I was like, yeah, this is he kind of said something similar in his message. I was like, that's cool. Like and he could be someone you could totally model your business off of because you're just like you. He's completely cold market, young market, right? So it's not the best market. There are a lot of young people who don't like to save or have no awareness of saving. So, but if you can do that with the tools that you already are pretty good at, like I would probably say if you were to look at all the people in Mark's hierarchy who have like the most like followers on social, you might be up there. I'm pretty sure you're up there. Well, how many followers do you have now on Instagram?
14.8K.
Yeah, you were up with 10,000 just like a month ago, right, or a couple months ago. Yeah, you have more than Joanne. She has like, I think she has like 11,000 or something like that. Let me see. I'm in. Let me see now. Yeah, so I mean, and that's all organic growth, right? Yeah, you start sprinkling in some WFG stuff in there because people right now, um, because Joanne does a lot of YouTube. Oh, there you are. So look, you're freaking right in the algorithm, right in the top. Jeez. Yeah. So, but Joanne was, yeah, 14.8. There you go. She was telling me, is that you?
Yeah, that was before Christ.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow. Talk about transformation, huh?
literally.
Um, yeah, but Joanne she was going taking a class, or not a class, but she was going like some videos and stuff, and they were saying like, oh, she has 88. So I forget what I was gonna say. I totally lost my train of thought. She yeah, I lost my train of thought. Sorry. I don't know what I was gonna say. But basically it's like when you on social media, like you need to use like it's like a cross, right? Like when you or that's right, on YouTube, the number one um category is personal finance. It's one of the top categories.
Mm,
Cooking, which is her category, it's one of the lowest paying videos.
mm,
But they were saying like personal finance or organizational skills, stuff like that. Those get the those get the high amount of views, and they also pay the most based on you or Google standards because of the value that you can attach to it. So if you have, so that just tells you right there, there's a lot of people interested in finance right now, right? So if you can be one of those people, like I said, you're reaching people with your faith and stuff through here, but if you sprinkle that in, tie it in, right? How
mm,
they kind of go hand in hand. That's gonna that's gonna help you like move a mountain, you know?
mm. Okay.
So,
I
yeah,
think I just need to learn like what exactly about finances that I could share.
you
Um,
could talk about okay, you know who's a good one? So this guy he used to be on our team. Okay. John Mall. He actually used to be on John Long's team. Still a friend of mine. No, I don't hate him, but he's a good friend of mine, right? So he left for another company. He's actually friends with Jay.
mm,
Like if you see this right here, you'll see Jay's in here. Like they play basketball at Staples Center. There's Jay. See him? There he is, right there.
mm,
So they're friends. He posts really good stuff. If you want to see what he did, like he put like watch his videos. This is stuff that you can sprinkle in every once in a while. Increase retirement income. So he's from the same school of thought that we are, right? He's just doing it with a different company now. But but basically, if you watch his videos, he's good content. What's cool about this business, you can copy anybody. Like the information is factual, right? It's just a matter of you reaching the amount of people. So you can, as long as you copy the right cat, right? So if you look at content that like even Jay has, I'm sure let me see. Yeah, I'm sure if you see what he posts, if a lot of it is like his lifestyle, right? And a lot of it is like him winning and stuff. But when and if he does post stuff about finances, make it relevant, right? So he does, your podcast. Maybe you can do a subject on that on one of your podcasts because I know finance is a huge topic in the Bible. That could resonate a lot. That's why Dave Ramsey works so well because he resonates with a lot of Christians and stuff. But he says it's just unfortunate because he says a lot of garbage. But he has trust. People trust him because he's the finance guy. But he just doesn't say stuff that's fully um, accurate, right? Yeah, model his approach. Or the other guy I was telling you, John Mall. So if you want to like actual like finance concepts, talk about the rule of 72, you know. A lot of the stuff in our flip chart, the three enemies to your money, like just like a little short, like 30 seconds. There's three enemies to your money. If you want to know more, DM me. You know what I mean? Something like that. A lot of our flip chart was designed to be like small bites, like little things to grab your attention, make kind of hit you between the eyes. So if you can translate that into like a little reel or something like that, or a story or something that could help. Does that make sense?
that's
Yeah.
everything. I think that was everything. I have to learn the KTP one by tonight though. So
Yeah.
if I bomb it tomorrow, I bomb it tomorrow. But it's the fact that I'm doing it.
Who are you doing
Uh,
it with?
you,
You're at? Oh,
no,
that's right. That's right. On the tomorrow's, yeah.
were you doing it with you? It's just a practice though.
Yeah. Yeah. You don't even, it's not even failing forward. You're just learning forward. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, no, I
you're
need
gonna
to get
learn.
it done. It's literally the KTPs is the last thing I need. Um, but then I need to be able to like do the apps on my own and then recruit on my own.
You know, for me, the flip chart was the hardest one to learn out of all the presentations
Really?
because it's the longest.
Is it? I feel
It's
like
the
the
worst, and
these are pretty long.
it's the most wordy one too. Especially the old flip chart, the one that you saw originally when we first met.
Mhm.
That was like 30 minutes long of straight talking. Now that we condense it to like 12 minutes or 12, 13 minutes, it is easier. But even with that, the KTP is still a shorter presentation. You heard me with your mom, right?
And I wasn't able to listen to
Oh,
all of it.
okay. But yeah, that's it's short. Three
By the way,
ends.
what was she? What was her like? Did she have any feedback? Any pushback?
No, no, she's all about it. She didn't give me her cookie jar or anything like that. I know she said she's about 200. I didn't tell her that I knew that, so
Yeah.
I'm gonna let her tell me that the next meeting. Because I'm gonna when the next meeting when we meet next week, I will go over the concepts and then I'll get her cookie jar. Then we'll meet again to do the application.
Okay.
Okay. Cool.
If you can send me the invite if you haven't already, so I can just be on the call too.
Okay. Yeah, yeah, I'll send it out right now as soon as this thing ends. But you gotta go back to work too, huh?
Yeah, I do.
All right, me too.
Unfortunately.
I got a couple meetings here. We're leaving for that retreat tomorrow with
Oh yeah.
yeah, so I'm working like half a day, and then once I'm done with that, we have to go. It's like a 2 hour drive, so me and Joanne are leaving. The kids are getting watched by my stepmom. So, but yeah, we'll probably record some stuff. I think Mark's gonna be there too.
Okay.
Yeah, so but we'll talk tomorrow.
Okay. Sounds good. Thanks,
Bye.
Dennis.
Bye.